The first time I was teaching my first lesson, I remember that I walked into class and I started, talking about so many things all at once. I was so excited. I just really wanted my students to see how exciting the subject was and all the things that we wanted to cover. And that was a little bit of a mistake because I could tell that my students were getting overwhelmed, and especially they were not really retaining any of that information. So I started instead to cover only one thing at a time. Instead of trying to cover, three, four, five things in one lesson, I told myself, no, just one concept, one thing. In those one lesson, we're going to learn one thing, and this is the one thing. And this concept is called chunking, dividing things into chunks so that they're easier to digest. And speaking of digesting, let's say that you're teaching a course in cooking, right? An example of chunking would be if you want your students to eventually be able to cook, let's say, 5 course meal of Italian food, let's say, which I'm very familiar with. Then you may be thinking, okay, let's just cover everything. Let me tell you about all the 5 dishes all at once, how everything comes together, all together, everything. That may be a little bit overwhelming. You may want to start by, dedicating a few lessons on, let's say, appetizers, and then first dishes, so that then you can start talking about how to pair them together.